I, for one, and I think we each have to work this out for ourselves, I trust the promises of the Divine One when he says, remember, I am with you always, even to the end of the age. Well, the end of the age that I'm speaking of is a personal as well as geophysical reality. For each of us faces an ending of the world as we complete our earthly journeys one by one. Death for me is only frightening when we imagine our lives as a dash between the birth date and the death date. That's something to be concerned about if that's all it is. But if we're one with all of creation, if our bodily systems include stars long gone, the breath of God, tiny interconnecting particles of energy, if we are embodied universes, then all will be well when the journey is complete. I'm encouraged by cultural traditions that include my father's Gullah background. We believe in life as a continuum, that we did not pop into existence from nowhere when we were born, and we don't fall off of a steep cliff when we die. We're still connected, one to another, those who are coming, those who have left. In our family, ancestors warn and advise and protect us throughout our lives. So our contact with them through dreams and waking visions have always supported our well-being all during our lives. So what's trustworthy for me about death is that ancestors will come back for me to help me to cross from this life to the life after life. I know this is true because I have watched them come back from my elders. In the traditions of many African Americans, death is a rite of passage, a final initiation into another cycle of life. Author Malidoma Some shares a story about the death of his grandfather. He is a member of the Dagara tribe in West Africa. In his groundbreaking book of Water of Spirit, he tells the story of his grandfather dying in a missionary hospital in the city. He must be brought home ceremonially. So a talisman is placed in his dead grandfather's hands, and he is walked the 4 miles back to the village. Some says he is fully aware that this does not happen in Western cultures, but he explains that walking is part of a normal rite of passage through grief, through periods of honoring, toward the restoration of village life without his grandfather, and to connect that village to the spirit realm in his grandfather's new role as ancestor. So what is trustworthy about death is that it is not the last word. I mean, I know that the resurrected one rescued Lazarus and us from the clutches of death. 1 Corinthians 15:55. O death, where is thy sting? O grave, where is thy victory? This Easter season is a reminder that I need not fear the pandemic because God's promises are as trustworthy for me as they were for the ones who went before me. Thanks be to God.